Aloha gamers, Frank here, and I know life can be rough sometimes, but I hope to stand as a beacon of good news when you feel like you're swimming in a sea of sorrow. So, if you ever are looking for a little boost to your day, I can assure you we'll be here with something to make you smile. So, take a deep breath and relax for a couple minutes, because it's time for some good gaming news. First up, let's hit the ground running and talk about next-gen consoles and possible delays. As of now, both Microsoft and PlayStation have stated that there haven't been any major interruptions to production, and both consoles will still be hitting their holiday 2020 release windows. This comes as a breath of fresh air considering the numerous delays that we're seeing across every industry. I still worry that we could see something in the future, but if it means saving lives, I'm all for it. Speaking of saving lives, people around the world have been taking to virtual venues to celebrate real-world special events. These have come in the form of weddings in Animal Crossing, math lessons in Half-Life, and graduation parties in Apex. Many companies that would have had a showcase at E3 or other shows are taking those talks online, offering free access to anyone with an internet connection. South by Southwest was one of those shows, and just the other day, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice won the award for Game of the Year. You can check out the full list of winners and anything we ever talk about through links in the description. In some other good news, gamers in the EU and AU have started receiving their copies of Final Fantasy VII Remake a few days early. In order to make sure everyone could experience the game by the 10th, Square Enix allowed some shipments to leave early. Plus, the digital version is allowing a preload on the 3rd instead of the 7th, so we may see it hit the digital store a few days early as well. Speaking of the digital store, Call of Duty surprised us by dropping a remastered version of the classic Modern Warfare 2 campaign, which is available right now on PS4 and will land elsewhere on April 30th. Now, if you're not looking for an FPS game, but you still want a shooter, the amazing My Friend Pedro is out for PlayStation 4. This was one of my favorite Switch games last year, and I mean, who can say no to a talking banana, time manipulation, and twin-stick shooting? Talking about shooters, the Valorant closed beta begins on the 7th, and all you need is a Twitch account to sign up. If you're not aware, Valorant is a new 5v5 tactical shooter coming from Riot Games. It looks very fun from the gameplay we've seen so far, and it looks like a mix of Counter-Strike and Overwatch. I personally can't wait to check it out, and if you'd like to sign up yourself, I dropped the link below. Now, if you know me, you know I'm a huge VR nut, so we're going to take a few minutes to chat about some VR news. First up, the company RotoVR raised $1.5 million in funding to continue working on their VR-compatible chair. I have yet to try one of these, but they look pretty cool, and considering the current work situation, this could be something huge in the future. Next up, TiltBrush is finally out for PlayStation VR. If you've been looking for a good virtual painting app, look no further. I'm really happy to see Google's biggest VR app find a home in the PlayStation ecosystem. Finally, modders have been working tirelessly to make Half-Life Alyx a non-VR game, but one modder has been doing something a bit different by using Alyx to try and get Half-Life 2 working in VR. Now, he doesn't plan on sharing this, and until Valve releases the full SDK, we probably won't see too many modders messing around. Speaking of messing around, it looks like the entire world has been messing around with Animal Crossing New Horizons. One user turned his island into the map from Zelda by terraforming for 4 days, and another player added QR codes into the game that allowed them to take real-world payments for in-game items. No joke. This honestly only scratches the surface of what I've seen users doing to bend the game, and each story astonishes me more and more. Speaking of astonishing, the Switch has already outsold the Wii in Japan and is the 3rd highest selling console of all time, according to Game Data Library on Twitter. Now, this is nuts because it happened in such a short amount of time and just goes to show how awesome the Switch really is. Now, while we're talking Switch, did you see the trailer for Ninjalah? It's a new free-to-play game coming on May 27th that blends arena combat and ninja skills with a colorful art style and interesting gameplay. I'll be sure to check this one out at the end of May. Now finally, before we go, if you were ever a Nier fan, now probably feels like Christmas. It was recently announced that we will finally see a true Western release of Nier Replicant with a handful of new updates. On top of that, we'll be getting a new free-to-play mobile game called Nier Reincarnation, and Nier Automata has been added to the Xbox Games Pass. I still haven't had a chance to play any of these, but it looks like now is the perfect time. I do have one buddy who swears it is the greatest game of all time, so I should probably give it a chance. Thank you for watching. Now, we can't grow without your help, so if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing, hitting that bell, or better yet, sharing it with someone who might dig it. I'm Frank, this is The Game Show. We'll see you again soon.